Taking all these trips, I had to go and get a passport. I'm just trying to live, I don't know what these mad for. I just signed a deal and got a really big bag for it. Still at your mama crib, ain't getting money, you gotta ask for it. I'm tired of complaining, I gotta change my situation. Looking at the view outside, I thought I would never make it. Every day these take, but that don't stop the money making. If you want it, go and take it, ain't no point in hesitating. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It's been so long getting back to my right mind.
I didn't mean to call, fucker. Hit the button.
Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
Yeah. Yeah. Is it long?
Honey, I dash, got it on smash.
This is the paddle.
Foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy.
You got a
zone.
paddle
Watch me
charger?
celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, man. I'll deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. Honey, y'all dash. 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 Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the right. I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Hit dials, I don't think they can handle it.
I got a cord, yeah.
Me and my warriors guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the
I just woke up fucking.
no man, man. I'll deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin their plans. I do what I want. They do what they
can. You got this fucking playoff game, boy. $150 in winner. Yeah, baby. Now I'm the Bengals now. Y'all know what I'll be getting, nigga. Look at that. Wow, I got OBJ, motherfucker. Look at Joe Mixon, though. Racking up them yards and touchdowns, baby. AJ Grizzly. Okay. I'll call you guys. What's my
Coach, playoff fever has come to upstate New York, and there's a look at New Era Field in Orchard Park. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Buffalo Bills. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Started off easy. Let's see how this crowd's working. Let's see how this field's working. Let's see how it's going. Huh.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go.
On 2nd and 9, Dalton. And he whips that one incomplete there. Giovanni Bernard, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And it's 3rd down.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot
AD?
of zip on that one.
Andy Dalton?
Just a little bit more finesse trying
Tell
to
me
get
you can get a fucking playoff win.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. To throw here, Dalton.
Nope, nothing.
Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sand.
It's all good, boys.
And Oliver. With a big-time sack on third down, it's a loss of 7.
Good shot.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. To return is Roberts. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Whoa, bro. Internet, boy.
None. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Going on?
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Yo, my guys are just running down and not even stopping.
I think we got a jump here.
The fuck is going on?
Jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5.
I can't move my guy. Look at this shit.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
God damn.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. He swallowed him up.
Let's go, B-19! Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, man. 56, 56.
They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt.
What are y'all doing?
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
they have
out.
that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Passing, it's Dalton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
That's an interception? Motherfucker had 1 foot.
Edmonds, the linebacker.
Motherfucker had 1. All right.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Boy, you go 3 and out on your first drive, and that's not the way you want to start this drive either. Doesn't seem like they're really into it just yet.
No, first 4 plays, you don't want to call it a disaster, but not looking very sharp. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Allen going to throw. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's Allen. He'll get this one to his tight end. That's Jason Kroon. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
It was Jordan Evans making the play defensively.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally.
Well, yeah,
and
one
open
game
up
with
a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 38, Allen. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch a slap. Watch a slap. Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Throwing is Allen on third.
Motherfucking lucky.
The tight end.
Jesus Christ.
He's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. No score after one on EA Sports.
Mike 50. Let's go, D. Let's go. Check. Regular. Pilot, 64, read. Watch twist. Stop.
Allen now on first down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Carlos Dunlap just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Here's Gore now, running out of the gun. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The Bills on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Here's Allen to throw it. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
Stop.
And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Here's Dalton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast at a big sack. Third down, a shot here for Dalton.
Dude, I ain't getting no fucking time out here.
Taken down.
Come on, man.
Providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Here's Kevin Huber now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll start with Hunt on the ground, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
But he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Come on, come on,
Now Allen. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. To the air, Allen.
I fucking got stuck on the line.
It got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the 1st. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Hunt. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
I don't know what I'm picking right now.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Quick throw going to be caught by Foster. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 14. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll run. This is Hunt. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Quick dash. Go.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the 1st down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Hauschka's kick is good, and they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field. and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Dalton. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So we have now seen connection number 1 between Dalton and Adriel Jeremiah, A.J. Green.
Say that again?
Adriel Jeremiah.
Look at you. You are full of knowledge and information. And you know something? I bet Andy Dalton learned his full name as well because he figured out quickly, this is going to be my #1 target. I got to know this guy in a big way.
He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
A loss of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 7.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And this will be a touchback as that sails. Over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
You got three down.
They run again with Hunt. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Andy Dalton. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, was the one disrupting there defensively.
Unfortunately for you, you've been around me for a little while now, so you know me as well as anyone and how I look at a game. I don't ever advocate abandoning anything, but in this case, I'm going against my own thought process. You got to change it up. You got to start throwing it around a little bit, finding ways to try and move the ball because...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Micah Hyde, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Good game, bro. I haven't played Madden in a while, so.
Back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception.
I don't know.
Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme?
I know your ass,
Maybe
though.
we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On 1st down, it's Hunt. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Mackenzie Alexander in on the tackle.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now Hunt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he can't
Let's
find
go.
the receiver, and he's brought down. DJ Reader coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
Punt, baby. Can't make that field goal.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
1st and 10 for Dalton. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Dalton, that's caught by his tight end Uzama. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
Oh, my God.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And they take over. They'll
what am I doing?
Shop at the 46-yard
I don't even know what I'm
line.
doing right now.
They'll run on first down.
It's down there.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again. Check. Alert. Fresno.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back.
Here we go. What's tight end? 3 down. Half. My 50. I'm coming. Let's go, Mike 50. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the 5 wide. 5 wide. My 50. I hope he broke it down.
Allen now looks to throw. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Credit the sack to the safety, Jesse Bates.
I think this is where we see how the game has moved along a little bit. Free safety, no blitz, but reads the play, has no responsibility in coverage, and takes a gamble and goes and gets the quarterback.
Well, is that a spot, though, where when he's coming, the quarterback needs to be able to find somebody or not necessarily?
Has to, because with that amount of time coming from the free safety position, someone should break open.
The Bengals drive about to get going. I tell you what, it's kind of hard to imagine. They have not scored a single point, and yet they're in this position, a touchdown drive here, and they're in the lead.
Normally, when you have 0 on your side of the ledger on the scoreboard, you're a little bit discouraged. But when they look over and see their opponents, they don't see a number that's way out there. They don't see a number they can't attain. In fact, they can get it right here on this drive and potentially take the lead.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up.
Are you fucking kidding me, bro?
The backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This is it. This is the ball game right here.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
44. There you go. Hey, Delta.
Bengals going for it. Here's Dalton. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
No way. Hold the block.
Down he goes. Trent Murphy picks up his 2nd sack.
Why is my offense acting
the
like
amount
that?
of sacks that they've absorbed in this game.
Can't even get a yard, to be honest.
Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Look at it. As soon as I go to run, this motherfucker drops the pass.
Getting him
Fucking
once again,
flop.
his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
God damn.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now Dalton. Green brings it in. That's good.
Good fucking catch, Green.
Yards. Even though
Good
this
fucking
offense
catch.
doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Giovanni Bernard, 39 yards. As his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the fourth. Bullock good on the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
Come on, defense.
This will be taken in at the 1.
Aggressive.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. They run right side with Hunt. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Again, it's Mixon. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They try to eat some clock with Mixon, and he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.